Once upon a time, in a tiny cottage on the edge of a vast and foreboding forest, lived a poor woodcutter and his two children, Hansel and Gretel. Times were tough, and the woodcutter's wife often fretted about how they would feed the family. One day, when their bellies had grown empty and the pantry bare, the wicked stepmother whispered a cruel plan to the woodcutter in the dead of night. She suggested they leave the children deep within the forest, for there was no way they could afford to keep them fed. Hansel, being bright for a lad, overheard the plot and resolved to save himself and his sister. As their stepmother led them into the forest, he discreetly dropped pebbles along the way. When night fell and their parents nowhere to be seen, the moon's glow showed them the pebble path back home. Days later, the stepmother tried again, this time taking them deeper into the forest. Alas, Hansel hadn't time to gather pebbles, so he scattered breadcrumbs instead. Yet, their hopes were dashed as hungry birds swooped down and gobbled the crumbs, leaving no trail. Lost and trying not to tremble, they wandered until they happened upon a miraculous sight, a house made of gingerbread and sweets. Hungry as they were, Hansel and Gretel nibbled at the delicious walls. But just then, a voice creaked from within, inviting them inside. It was a cunning old witch who had been waiting for them all along. Trapped within her sugary abode, the children soon realized her true intentions. She planned to fatten Hansel up and feast upon him. Each day, she prodded him with bony fingers to check his plumpness. Clever Hansel offered her a bone, deceiving the witch into thinking he was still too skinny. Finally, deciding enough was enough, the witch prepared her oven for a meal. But Gretel, quick and brave, tricked the witch into leaning over the fire. With a mighty push, the witch tumbled into the oven, and the flames consumed her. Releasing Hansel from his cage, the siblings discovered treasures and jewels hidden in the witch's house. With arms full of wealth and hearts full of glee, they returned home to their father. Their cruel stepmother was gone, and with riches enough to never go hungry again, the family lived happily ever after. And whenever they heard the rustle of forest leaves, they nodded knowingly, never forgetting the dangers that may hide within.